Good morning, Patriots. How are you today? This is Mike Cook coming to you live from Central Missouri, and I hope you have a nice, strong cup of coffee. And boy, is this one strong because I forgot to start the machine. I went over to get coffee. That's why I'm late. I had to let it brew a little bit. Boy, that first little drop is strong. That's okay. That's the way I like it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm switching gears here real quick. Do yourself a favor if you're watching me from the YouTubes. Go on over there, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you get notifications when I'm coming to you live. Comment, hit the little thumbs up button. I do appreciate it. That's my YouTube handle. If you're looking for it, it's got the little A10 on there. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, do me a favor, drop out, go to my personal page, and follow me. It's the best way. Make me your favorites. It's the best way to get notifications. I'm coming live. Hopefully, I'm, bringing you some benefit every day as I do my little show. Follow me on Telegram. That's where all, and I do mean all, of my my wife's sending me a message as I'm live here, so I'm gonna see what that's all about. Nope, I guess that's an old one. Never mind. Might be something I'm messing up, but I don't know it. As all of my show content is there first, that's kind of how I organize everything, and you got to go to all these different places because if you don't, when they take me off of one or the other, the next one, you won't know where to find me. So I've got to spread myself around or else I'm not available at all. That's just the way it works because they are going to start muting us more than they already are. That's going to happen. Also, I'm on Rumble. You can catch me on Rumble right there. Just all my videos are also loaded to Telegram and Rumble as soon as we're done here. Get all that stuff out of the way. Right now, I'm posting the comments on the Facebook feed, the Telegram account address. So once you download, go to telegram.com, download the app onto your phone, your computer, your laptop, or your Apple, whatever you got, and then click that link. It'll take you right to my page. It's real simple. Once you do that, I might do some more explaining, how that's supposed to work. So, boy, I do appreciate everybody jumping on. And one other thing, I am going to be in Tampa, Florida. I'm not speaking. I bought tickets. I'm going to go to this. This is the same folks that were putting that one on in Tulsa. The list of people that's going to be there is fantastic. It's June 17, 18, 19. They're not paying me. I'm just telling. I'm excited about going. So looks like they're going to have another one in Anaheim too. I don't think I can make that one, but you never know. We'll see what the Lord says. But you look at this as a list of people that are going to be on there. There's so many. Because it'd be really cool to sit there and listen to these. The last one, I watched it on the YouTubes. It was fantastic. So this one ought to be good too. Anyways. Hope you're having a great day. Let's see here. So how we're going to start today off. What should we start with? How about this? The future of the left promises you the Jetsons. The future of the left gives you the Flintstones. Isn't that about how it works? Then I saw this post on Facebook. I thought it was a fantastic post for today's times. It says, "My lucky day. I just found this barn and not one, but 2 sheets of OSB plywood." There's a Porsche sitting in the background. No, but the OSB is worth more than a Porsche. Have you tried to buy OSB? Last time I bought OSB, it was like $8 a sheet. It's like $50 a sheet now. These people are insane. Absolutely insane. I asked God, why you're taking me through troubled waters? And he replied, because your enemies can't swim. God has a sense of humor sometimes. He really, really does. So, speaking of a sense of humor, here's a little video of this guy right here. And he's on the street and he's protesting his thing. And somebody comes up, a troll, in-person troll, comes up to harass him. And this guy's awesome. You just have to watch.
What's your cause? What's your cause?
First, what's your position?
I'm gay.
I am too.
What is this? Why does it say one man and one woman?
I'm the happiest man in the world.
Why does your sign say one man and one
I'm
woman?
100% gay.
Why does your sign say one man and one woman?
This is the right and natural way.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Why are you having...
Words don't mean anything today.
marriage always one man and one woman? So you're saying that gay people can't get married?
I don't believe in special rights.
But you're black.
And,
How could a black person be a bigot in this country?
Well, I'm not black. I'm a white lesbian.
Okay.
Boy, girl, really?
No, you're making a mockery.
No,
So
you're making a mockery,
no.
sir.
So why do you believe then that what about before civil rights and that black people had to drink at different fountains?
I know, was that wrong?
Yeah.
It was legal.
No, you got your civil rights, which is wonderful.
No, wait. It was legal.
I'm not a racist in any shape or form.
I'm not a racist either.
Well, you're a black bigot.
No. I'm a white lesbian.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Address me as a white lesbian.
Oh.
I'm not black. A boy could be a girl, and a girl could be a boy. So if I want, I'm not black. So if you talk to me, you address me as a white lesbian.
Okay, white lesbian.
Okay, now we can talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have never seen a white lesbian that's obviously a black man that's a bigot.
Oh, I never seen a man that is gay based on science.
Oh.
I was born gay. And
No, what? So when the doctor said, "Congratulations, Mr. Johnson, you have a 5 pound, 6 ounce, what? Gay man? Gay male?" No, because you're not born a behavior.
I'm born who I am, and you were born black.
Look, see, I told you I'm a white lesbian, and you won't acknowledge me as a white lesbian,
because
you're not gay.
You're making a mockery.
No, you're making a mockery. No. And it's this artificially intelligence. The same thing is laws that are based on hypocrisy and bigotry. Nazi Germany.
You're the bigot.
No, you are.
No, sir.
You're special. You changed the definition of marriage. Only your people can do that. Only your people. Only gay people can change the definition of marriage. Are they equal or special?
Are you special?
No, I'm equal. All human beings should be treated equally, not specially.
Sir,
so
you're ridiculous.
No, you don't have no
sense.
That's
my opinion.
No, you have a right to your own opinion.
Okay, well, you enjoy your white lesbian day, black man.
Thank you, and you enjoy your gay lifestyle.
And you hold your sign and make a fool of yourself.
And we will stop this nonsense. It will get overturned.
You are the nonsense.
It will get overturned because you guys believe in the law. So when we overturn it, you will accept it, right?
How is a black man? How could you be such a bigot?
How can a white lesbian?
No, you're the first black bigot I've met.
So you're telling me a boy could be a girl? Is that stupidity?
You're stupid.
Can a girl be a boy?
Sir, you're the stupidest man I've met, and I don't care what color you are.
I will love you and tell you the truth.
I'm not racist.
Not lie to,
you are the stupidest human I have met.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you're a human. I'm a human.
And I will
you will love no one.
I will love you and tell you the truth. I won't lie to you.
You're a hate
People that are afraid of you lie to you.
No, you spread hate.
There is no gay gene. What's the name of the gay gene? ABC? What's the name of the gay gene?
What's the name of the stupid gene?
It's called Johnny.
No, it's called whatever your name is.
It's called
Congratulations. You have shown me America is really fucked up.
No, we're going to change things. So
no, you have a good day.
So the guy couldn't argue with his arguments. His arguments were not, I'm a white lesbian. You're a black man. So you're denying, you're calling yourself gay. Can a boy be a girl and a girl be a boy? Then I could be a white lesbian. That one just tickles me. That one just blows me away. I do want to tell y'all. So yesterday, as I was just trying to wrap up my video, everything turned off. And I don't know if my building, we had some thunderstorms roll through the last couple days, got struck by lightning or what, but I've got a bad breaker. And I am actually running extension cords to others' plugs because the breaker's bad. I mean, it's bad. It won't even stay. And I hear rumbles of thunder now. So if I suddenly disappear and all you see is my background screen because I'm using a third-party streaming service in order to stream multiple places at the same time, and if I don't log out, it'll still be there. So if I suddenly just disappear off the screen, I may have got struck by lightning. The power may have went out or something. You know, this was the 25th, was a 10-year anniversary. I posted on my Facebook page that a tornado came through my little town here in central Missouri and destroyed my business. It came right up the road, Yeah, that was good times. That was fun. Yeah, the guy that I was renting from says, "Do you know where to go with tornadoes coming?" Because we're standing there watching the clouds swirl around. It was amazing. And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, the building next door that he also owns has a basement. We'll go in there." And just as he said that, you could see the debris coming up in the air from when it hit the trailer park about a mile south of where my business was. Yes, good times. Oh, yeah. I just thought I'd bring that up in case I drop off the air all of a sudden. You know why. Gotta love God's sense of humor and the way he works things out, because he does work things out. So I'm looking for the next video I want to play. So this next video, okay, everybody knows who John Cena, WWE, and now he's an actor, and he's a really big deal, I guess. Let's see if I got the right one. Okay, so he got on the YouTubes or the Twitters, or I don't know, one of them deals, and he apologized in Mandarin to the Chinese people because he wasn't very nice to them. So let's just watch. Here you go.
你好，中国，就是叫希娜。我必须说，现在，在速度与激情中，我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有人问我，如果我可以用中文，速度与激情中人给我很多资讯 information。所以很多采访，很多 information， 我有一个错误，我必须说现在就是很重要，我爱更尊重中国跟中国人，我很抱歉对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉，你必须了解，我。很爱，很尊重中国跟中国人，不好意思，再见。
So here's John Cena, Mr. Wrestler, Mr. Tough Guy, bowing down and kissing the backside of his Chinese masters. And this is what happened. This is WWE superstar John Cena bows to China, referring to Taiwan as a country in the Fast and Furious 9 promotional interview. I made one mistake. I have to say something very, very, very important now. I love and respect China and the Chinese people. I am very, very sorry about my mistake. I apologize. I'm very sorry. You must understand that I really love, really respect China and Chinese people. My apologies. See you. Because he referred to Taiwan as a country. Could you imagine if we had to apologize to Great Britain because we refer to the United States of America as a country? Because Taiwan chooses not to be part of China anymore. Taiwan has their own Navy and Air Force and military that says, we're not going to be part of China anymore. China says, no, they're a breakaway rebel province and they want them back. So what's John Cena saying? John Cena, or Cena, however you say his name, he's saying that Taiwan, hear me? Any of you living in Taiwan, you watching me? He's saying Taiwan, Fast and the Furious 9 is saying Taiwan is China, communist. And we all have to bow to China now. Hence the flag behind me. I know some of you new people, why you got a Chinese flag flying behind you? It's not Chinese. It's the People's Republic of America right there, which we have become. Since we took the Constitution and decided to use it for toilet paper on Capitol Hill on January 6th and reject what God has gave us for something that is not a constitutional republic. What have you brought us? A republic, if you could keep it. Well, we lost it. Will we get it back? I hope so. But there he is, kowtowing, bowing down to the Chinese, showing his love for the Chinese people because, well, Probably because he's bought, owned, and completely, probably because everywhere he gets his money from is owned by the Chinese. We're going to find that out the hard way, that there's a lot more of that. What do you call that? I think that's called treason. We'll see. So they were doing a video, and who was this? Okay. They were doing a video in George Floyd Square on the anniversary of the death of George Floyd. I'm not going to say murder. If he hadn't resisted, he wouldn't be dead. If a police officer tells you to do something, you should probably do it as if your life depends on it. Because it might. Just saying. But so he's doing a report from right down there in George Floyd Square, and this happens.
This bill of comprehensive police reform to be. Just got to be careful here with some gunshots. Excuse us. It sounds like gunshots. I'll let you know what this is. These seem to be gunshots.
My favorite part of that whole video is the guy in the light colored suit just kind of walking there like everybody's diving. This guy right here. He's like, huh, they're shooting over there. Everybody's diving, hitting the ground. He's like, do. Anyway, so they're making a report, because racism and all that, because, racism is racism. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's police brutality. We need to defund the police. Yeah. When you do stupid stuff, you get stupid prizes. That's really what it's all about. If you don't want stupid prizes, then stop doing stupid stuff. But I digress. I don't know anything. I just show up here every day and blather on here. So I want to talk a little bit about the economy. Okay. And as you know, I am not an expert. All of this is my opinion. I give no financial advice of any kind ever. Don't listen to me. Consult somebody who makes a living doing this. This is just stuff that interests me and makes me go, and you might go, too. Okay? But the other day, the Fed, U.S. Mints, actually not the Fed, the U.S. Mints printed commemorative Morgan silver dollars and peace dollars. And to see the 2021 Morgan dollars, which with privy marks representing New Orleans and Carson City mints, became unavailable almost immediately at the beginning of their pre-order period today at noon. U.S. Mint's website slowed to a crawl at 12:01, and within 25 minutes, the entire 175,000 coin stock for both issues was marked unavailable. This suggests that the coins are sold out, though the mint may restock when it becomes unavailable later as a result of cancellation, returns, payment, blah, blah, blah. They're supposed to ship sometime around October 4th. The first pre-order periods for 2021 dated Morgan and Peace was scheduled to last from June 7th at 3 p.m. until production inventory was depleted. The latter came to pass within minutes. Additionally, 10% of the United States Mint stock of both coins was already reserved for members of the Mint's authorized bulk purchase program who pay an additional 5% plus shipping. Those are probably being sent out to other retailers. Many online customers were optimistic about the prospects of acquiring the coins in the days past pre-sale, blah, blah, blah. So the Mint authorized the production of the coins. So you want to get down here and find something else. They're selling them on eBay. They're selling the little certificates on eBay for $150 a piece. So if you got in there and you got a certificate, they're selling it The point that I'm trying to make here is that they're offering silver coins, and they sold out instantly because, the economy is really good right now and nobody's panicking. Or maybe it's because of this. It says 3 dimes bought you 1 gallon of gasoline in 1964 and are worth a total of $7.50 today, which would buy you 2.5 gallons of gasoline today. And these 3 dimes, the ones below, bought you a gallon of gasoline in 1965, but only 1/10 of a gallon of gas today. Find out why. Why is it that the top 3 dimes are worth $7.50 and buy you a couple gallons of gas today, and the bottom 3 dimes are worth 1/10 of a gallon today? Why is that? Well, it's simple. The top 3 dimes are made out of a little short of 90% silver, and I just threw a coin on the ground. It's kind of like these right here. These are little $50. You see those? Those little Franklin halves? A little stack of those. Those are all silver coins. And see, the thing is about those silver coins is they'll always be silver. And then they're in my hand. These are actually my sister's. This is some of the inheritance my dad left us. But this is it's in my hand. You see that? It's in my hand. So when the bank crashes and the dollar goes all crazy and the economy falls apart and World War III commences, or 4, whichever it is, and the Luciferian cult takes over, this is still in my hand. And it will always be silver. And silver always has usefulness. Silver will always be worth something to somebody. I'm not recommending anything. I'm just pointing out the obvious. And why would I point out something like that? Well, because the Fed chair, Yahoo Finance is reporting that the Fed is saying, nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here at all. Federal Reserve Vice Chair Richard, I'm not going to try. You see his name, said Tuesday that they're not expecting a scenario where an overheated economy leads to runaway inflation. No, never gonna. We're not going to see that. They were also, these same people were also expecting 1 million jobs in the job report that just came out at under 200,000. You know how the experts are always surprised? Under Donald Trump, they were always surprised at the Trump job numbers. They were shocked, I tell you. How is jobs so much more? We were expecting it to tank. We were really praying. We were trying, but the media was pounding. We needed it to tank because Donald Trump is the orange man. He says mean tweets. And then Joe Biden's president. So, his policies are going to create jobs because he cares. He says nice things. At least that's what we're told. So it's going to be 1 million new jobs because we want it to. Only it wasn't. It's like 200,000. Oops. And they're shocked, but they can't figure out why. Well, here's the solution to you, experts. Now, mind you, I'm no expert. I barely graduated high school. But here's a solution to you. Stop putting your politics into your analysis, and you might come up with some facts instead of opinions that are wrong. Anyways, back to the story. The Federal Reserve Vice Chair dude says that there isn't going to be any runaway inflation. We're all safe. It's all great. Everything's rosy. The outlook for the economy in terms of economic activity is very, very positive because we're expecting 1 million jobs. He also told Yahoo Finance in an exclusive interview. Anyways, he told Yahoo. So with the economy reopening, inflation readings have already jumped earlier this month. Yeah, higher than it's been in like 20 years. And the consumer price index, and we're going to talk about the inflation. We're going to talk about how much of BS that is. Showed consumer prices increasing at the fastest rate in over 10 years. Really? I'm shocked. I tell you. I'm shocked because plywood's worth more than a Porsche. Some critics have bashed the Fed for keeping its policy this easy for this long, worrying that prices could continue to rise in a possible repeat of a 1970s era hyperinflation. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? Because plywood's not worth as much as a Porsche. He admitted that the CPI print was a very unpleasant surprise. Unpleasant surprise. See, there he is, surprised again. Get your politics out of the math. He said that those inflationary pressures will prove to be largely transitory, kind of like transvestite or something. It doesn't really exist. Echoing commentary from other Fed officials that have pointed to the supply chain bottlenecks as examples of temporary dynamics in play. It's nothing to see here. We know wood's way up in price. We know there's nothing. Don't worry about it. We know you can't get new cars. It's no big deal. We got it covered. It's okay. It's okay. We're going to have a new stimulus and give you more money, so you'll be fine. Can't buy anything with the money because nothing's there to buy. Or as we pour out this money and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, you got to trade in your Porsche to get a piece of plywood. But don't worry about it. It's all good. We're safe. We love you and care for you. It's wonderful. 1984 doublespeak comes to mind. Still, the vice chairman Long said the risk case that inflationary pressures end up being more persistent than expected. You seem to always be more persistent or wrong than expected. We recognize that, and through our communication and our tools, we think we will be able to offset the way that would be supportive of maintaining economic recovery. Oh, yeah, see, I'll go on reading all this, but it doesn't really matter. So what's next for QE? Quantitative easing. QE sounds so good. Quantitative easing. Oh, that sounds so wonderful. We need some more quantitative easing. What is that? Well, in a nutshell, and some of you financial experts can probably explain this better than me, but I'm going to dumb it down for the dumb people like me, okay? And I'm no expert. I'm giving no advice. I'm not telling you that holding silver, I prefer that, I can hold it in my hand and I can go 1 silver, 2 silver, 3 silver, 4 silver. And you see, when they go and they seize our bank accounts to cover their losses, the Fed will cover that. It's no big deal, right? The Fed, they'll just print some money and give it to you. It'd be great. And this is buried in my backyard in an ammo can. Just saying. Yeah. What was I talking about? Quantitative easing. So quantitative easing is, so the Fed prints money. They get the printing machines, putting out, Barack Obama, out there, got to print the money, got to take care of the people. Print the money, and they're printing money. The machines are like, the guy got a guy like Scotty on Star Trek. We're giving it all she's got, Jim. The machines are just, they need some dilithium crystals to get them things going. So the Fed's printing all this money. Well, they can't just print money out of blue sky. Well, theoretically. So what they got to do? Well, they got to sell bonds to pay for the money that they're printing and putting into the marketplace. Bonds are a debt instrument. So they go to the banks and they say, we got a deal for you. You see, we put these bonds on the open market. No one wants to buy them. And we got to cover $30 zillion in printed money that we just printed. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell you $100 bond for $90. Sound like a great idea? The bank's like, sure, we'll buy your bond. Then they go back to the bank and they say, well, we need to kind of get those bonds back because we kind of get this off the books. And they say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the cash that we just printed, that you borrowed the money from you, selling you the bond. We're going to take that $100 bill that we just printed, and we're going to buy those bonds back from you for $110. The bank's like, hey, I made $10 when I bought it from you. I'll make $10 when I sell it to you. Hell yeah, it's a good deal. So the bank's making money just for taking money because the Fed's giving them the money to take the money. Then the bank takes the money, and we'll talk about how they can loan and loan and loan the same money. We can talk about how the credit card, when you go get a credit card for $10,000 and you max out that credit card for $10,000, that is a asset to the bank, and they can loan against it again and 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 again. That's a whole nother story. You know, you just keep stacking those cards on top of each other, and the wind's blowing. You hear the thunder? I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's thundering. So they stack all this money up. Excuse me. The Fed loans the money to the bank, then buys the money back from the bank, and then clears their books because they're holding their own debt instrument. That's quantitative easing simplified, very simplified. It's a lot more complicated than that, but that's in essence what they're doing. They're buying their own debt back. You know, it's kind of like, I don't remember if it was Ilhan Omar or Rashid Tlaib, but one of them said that she could figure out how to give a $2,000 check to every American citizen indefinitely every month. All you have to do is you have to print 2 platinum coins that are worth $1 trillion each, because you write $1 trillion on there. You see $1 trillion on the coin. So you take your little platinum coin and you say $1 trillion. And you print those, you order the U.S. Mint to print those $1 trillion coins, and you give those $1 trillion coins to the Fed, and the Fed makes trillions of dollars and gives it out to the American people, and everything's great. There's no inflation. We just paid for it. It's that simple. Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful idea. Why don't we do that? Well, that's what we're doing with quantitative easing. So, now let me turn to Zero Hedge had an article. It says the Fed has lost control. The Fed's thought, this is John Williams warns of hyperinflation in 2022. Economist John Williams, founder of shadowstats.com, says the Federal Reserve has painted itself into such a tight corner with the economy, it really has only 2 choices. Williams says it comes down to inflation or implosion. Well, that's a great choice. Which one do you want? I'll take inflation for $2 trillion. Anyways. What would happen? Whoa, got the commercial popping up on me. I should have done this on, not in Google, but on Brave. We dropped all the commercials. What would happen to the financial system if the Fed stopped printing massive amounts of money for stimulus and debt service? William explains. You can see financial implosion by preventing liquidity being put into the system. The system needs liquidity. Liquidity equals cash. It's velocity of money. Money's got to keep flowing so the banks can loan it, so the business can operate, blah, blah, blah. Freshly created dollars to function. Without that liquidity, you would see more of an economic implosion than you've already seen. In fact, it will contend with the headline pandemic numbers. We've actually been a lot worse than they have been reporting. It also means we are not recovering quite as quickly. The Fed needs to keep banking system afloat. That means they need to keep pushing this money into the banking system so that the banks have money to loan to keep the banks from going under and to keep businesses going. They want to keep the economy afloat. All that requires a tremendous influx of liquidity, cash, in these difficult times. So the choice is inflation or implosion, the question asks. William says the choice is that's the choice. And I think we're going to have a combination of both of them. Oh, isn't that wonderful? I'm looking forward to that. I think we are eventually headed into hyperinflationary economics collapse. Oh, wonderful. I can't wait. It's not that we haven't been in an economic collapse already. We're coming back some now. The Fed has been creating money at a pace that's never been seen before. Zimbabwe. You're basically up 75% in money creation year over year, meaning 2021, 2020. Okay. This is unprecedented. Normally, it might be up 1% or 2% year over year. 1%, 2%, 75%. But that's a big number. The exploding money supply will lead to inflation. That's why pieces of wood are costing more than a Porsche. I'm not saying you're going to get 75% inflation yet. but you're going to get up to 4% or 5% range, and you are soon going to be seeing the 10% range year over year. The Fed has lost control of inflation, and they have for a long time. We're going to get in that in just a second. And remember, the Fed has to admit the official inflation rate is 10%, John Williams says. When they have to admit the inflation rate is 10%, my number is going to be around 15% or higher. My number rides on top of their number. Right now, Shadowcast inflation rate is 11%. That's the real inflation. That's if it were calculated the way it was before 1980. What's he talking about? When the government started using accounting gimmicks that would put you in jail if you were in a public traded company to make inflation look less than it really is. The shadowstats.com number cuts out all these accounting gimmicks and is the true inflation rate that most Americans are seeing right now, not the official 4.25% recently reported, which is a lot higher than the 1% they've been claiming. Williams says the best way to fight inflation that is already here is to buy tangible assets. Canned food is tangible asset. You can use it to barter if you have to. Physical gold and silver is the best way to protect your buying power over time. Gold may be a bit expensive for most, but silver is relatively cheap if you can find it anywhere, says Williams. Everything's going to go up in price. When will the worst inflation be hitting America? William predicts. I'm looking down the road, and in early 2022, I'm looking for something close to hyperinflationary circumstances and an effectively a collapse economy. That sounds wonderful. Doesn't that sound great? Aren't you guys excited about that? I know I am. I mean, this is wonderful. This sounds like a real good idea if you maybe go out and pick up some real money, you know. But I'm not recommending anything. I'm not an expert. Go talk to an expert and make sure you buy your Bitcoin. That's like worth half what it was. See, I owned some Bitcoin. I bought into it. I got into it right after the last real big crash. I put like $250 in it, and we got all the way to the top. And then I was watching these QAnons. They were all talking about the coming Bitcoin crash, those conspiracy theorists. And I sold mine. $2,100. $250, $21. That's pretty good. And then it crashed. I was like, woo, timed that right. You know what I bought with it? I'm not giving any advice. But the difference is Bitcoin. I've got $2.9 bazillion in Bitcoin. And poof, power goes out. Where's your Bitcoin now, buddy? Just saying. Do what you want to do. It's your life, your money. I don't really care. Moving right along from that subject, now that you all are excited for the future, isn't it great? Isn't it going to be wonderful when we all have to, stand in the bread line? In a communist country, the people stand in line for bread. In a capitalist country, the bread stands in line for the people. Which one will we be? I don't know. Don't freeze up on me now, computer. Come on. Okay, my computer's giving me fits. It's giving me fits. All right, so here's a little video I want to play for you. This is Bill Clinton, way back when he was Governor Clinton, governor of Arkansas. And he's on the Larry King Live show. And they're not live yet. They're talking off scene. Let's listen to what he has to say, especially the end.
To finish the thought here, that's the one break we have to hit live. It's in around the world, but it's hard to believe we're being watched in 151 countries. It's scary. I'm in Israel. I'm at the Wailing Wall. True story. Israel. Never been there before. There with my brother. I'm Jewish. My culture. Standing there, an old rabbi, davening. He's praying. Old, a religious Jewish man. He looks up at me and he says, "What's with parole?" Swear to God, what's with parole? In Israel. I love it. Crazy. Ted Turner changed the world. I'm a big fan of it. He would serve you. I mean,
Ted Turner changed the world. He's a big fan of yours. He would serve you. You know what I mean? Huh.
I'm surprised. He's ready. What's he got left in him? After you're elected, think about it. No dope. That's for sure. Great guy to work with.
So I think he just told Bill Clinton that Ted Turner will serve him. Remember the Twilight episode? How to serve humans.
Can we agree?
So yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. I think we should do that. So here's another little fun video that I think that you'll get a kick out of.
Can we agree that if you took President Xi Jinping and turned him upside down and shook him, the World Health Organization would fall out of his pocket?
I don't think I can answer that question, sir. I'm sorry.
So Dr. World Health Organization, Fauci, Dr. I'm invested in a lab in Wuhan, Fauci, he's got himself in a little bit of hot water here lately. And you might see some stuff about him in the media. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mute that out. Let me mute that out. I'm trying to scroll through my videos to get to the next one. So here's little Doocy. Big Doocy is the weather guy, no longer the weather guy on Fox and Friends. Little Doocy. He's been doing a pretty good job, and he's at the White House, and he's asking a few questions.
If it turns out that COVID-19 originated from some sort of a lab accident in China, which the president now says one element of the intel community thinks is possible, would the president seek to punish China?
We're not going to go there just yet. We have to go through the 90-day review. And once we have the 90-day review, we'll be able to reassess.
But just on a 30, just take a step back, anything that kills 591,116 Americans, is that something, if another nation either was responsible or knew more than they were letting on, like you said, they weren't letting the inspectors in, and that hurt the overall investigation forever. What would the president do? Would he do anything?
I mean, he's doing something right now. He asked his team back in March, right, to do this, to look into the origins of COVID-19. This is incredibly important. Like his statement says, we need to find out where the COVID-19 originated from. So the president has been very clear. He actually, spoke out about this back in 2020. So this is not the first time we've heard his voice, his concern about the origins of COVID-19. So we're just taking the next step. I'm just not going to prejudge. I'm not going to make a statement until we know what happens after this 90-day review. Thanks for hearing.
He's not going to prejudge or speak out about this till he has all the evidence. And he spoke about it in 2020. Yeah, he called a Trump guy a racist, because China has nothing to do with this. You know what God said? God said there's a nation itching for a new kind of war. And China gave Hunter Biden $1 billion with 10% for the big guy. You think maybe he's going to slow walk this investigation? Like they slow walked all the other investigations that they've been involved in? Do you think maybe that's possible? I'm just asking for a friend. I really don't know, because we all know that this virus was caused by Donald Trump. He created the virus, and he tweeted, and the tweets morphed and they became the Coronies. That's what happened. Or maybe the Coronies, they flew down from planet Coronis, which is between Mercury and the sun. It's so small you can't see. It's about the size of a quarter. And so they're real small, like microscopic. They fly around their little aircraft, and they can only fly about 5 feet up, because that's why when you sit down in a restaurant, you can take your mask off. But you stand up, they get in you, and they start shooting you with little laser beams, cause all the problems in your lungs right down in there. I mean, my theory is as plausible as theirs are. And then maybe they got mad at a Trump tweet, so they came here to seek revenge. Or something. I mean, I don't know. Or maybe it was the Chinese. Maybe they were itching for a new kind of warfare. So this is under another prophecy fulfilled, as in the media will say what I want them to say. Listen to this.
What is going on? I mean, we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. They really have made themselves look like they're a wholly owned subsidiary of the Chinese government. And they need to take the W off the World Health Organization and put a C in front of there. Chinese Health Organization, if they're not going to be more impartial here, they do valuable work across the globe. They need to stop just blindly following what the Chinese tell them the party line is. And that appears to be, if you listen to our scientists, if you look at the intel reporting, if you look at what other countries are telling us, that appears to be the case right now, certainly as it pertains to this virus.
Yeah, China's response to the report that 3 Wuhan scientists fell ill, calling it completely untrue and accusing the U.S. of hyping the lab leak theory.
So,
see, they're starting to report the reality of it, because truth is true by definition, and you can't hide from it forever. Eventually, it catches up with you. They will report what God wants them to report.
Got one man alone.
That is definite. That is reality of it. That is what's going to happen. Period. And I'm trying to get through this quicker than I planned. I plan on talking more, but I'm running out of time. So, and there's a lot of information I want to get here. So here is a little video that talks about. Well, you might catch a theme in this video.
And question to ask, how do we build back better?
To build back better or whatever.
We have a chance to reset the clock and build back better than before.
To build back better than before.
Remember the terrible damage of COVID as we try to build back from this global pandemic.
Joe Biden calls it build back better.
Build back better.
Building back better.
To do things differently. To build back better.
We're going to build it back better.
And build it back better.
My plan to build back better.
Start taking all the problems that have been created in education and mental health and start to build back in a positive way.
I have launched a booklet called Build Back Better, written after coronavirus.
It's about building this country back better.
Growing conspiracy following it. It is called the Great Reset.
An unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset the ways in which we live.
The great opportunity for reset.
The theory even calls Mr. Biden's campaign slogan, Build Back Better, a front for the conspiracy.
Build back better.
Building back better our economy.
Build back better.
All elements of the Great Reset are fundamental to building the future we need.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
It's a big effort to, some would say, to build back better. We would say to really have a great reset.
Conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy theory. It's not real. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Please ignore what you're seeing. We don't want you to. Please just remember, we're going to build back better. Build back better from what? The greatest economy in my lifetime? 1 million new jobs, 200,000. Hyperinflation. Huh. What are you building? Here's a little video from the Don Imus show in 1997 with JFK Jr. Found this one interesting. They dance. How long has this been going on?
I mean, I was wondering when I was listening to the show this morning how you actually tell
They're calling for investigations to discover how the connection between whether or not the money given by the Chinese government to the Democrats affected the U.S. decision to sell satellite technology to China. And I wondered how it was possible to actually, tell that connection. I would think that.
Well, I don't think it is.
I mean, it could go on forever.
It's only, I think. I mean, I know it doesn't sound responsible, but it's only for our entertainment.
How long? You got to ask yourself, how long has this been going on? Some of you are younger than me. You may not remember when Bill Clinton sold rocket technology to the Chinese who couldn't get a rocket off the ground. They'd blow up before they get them, a few thousand feet in the air. They had no guidance technology. Basically, they had Scud missiles, which was basically what the Germans had in World War II. You point them in London. You say, okay, it's going to take 3/4 tank of gas. When they run out of gas, they fall. We just missed. A little more gas this time. And then Bill Clinton gave them the guidance technology of our missiles. Now they're a world power. How long has this been going on? How long have we sold out our country to the Chinese for profit? You're the one getting screwed. It's you. You're the one. Let's see here. I'm looking for one more video. Right. Right here. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So here's Donald Trump. Let's hear what he has to say. He's on Newsmax.
The power of these oligarchs. Well, I think what can be done, and very strongly, and when you say oligarchs, it's an interesting term, but yeah, I just say big tech, because what they do is illegal. When they have drop boxes during elections, when they spend hundreds of millions of dollars, you have a maximum that you can spend of $5,600, and they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars as individuals to get drop boxes where almost all of the votes were for Biden. And they take these boxes with thousands and thousands of votes, and they're late in delivery where they've been. And then you find out that the votes are mostly 96% in some cases of the votes are for Biden. It didn't happen. The election was a fraud. It was a rigged election. And when you look at what they did, it's so illegal. So I think things are happening at a very fast pace, much faster than people understand.
Sure. And listen, I use the term oligarch.
So all this illegal stuff, all this money, all this stuff, things are happening at a much faster pace. What's he talking about? What's happening at things are happening at a much faster pace. What's he talking about? Well, here's another little video I've got to scroll up to. Let's see. I think I went too far. This video explains a little bit about what's happening and what evidence there is out there. And I'm scrolling through this stuff awfully fast. I'm not doing a lot of commentaries. I'm trying to fit a lot in, and I'm out of time. So just watch this video.
You may have heard the term bellwether thrown around quite a bit recently. Well, let me explain to you the origin of that term and what it means for us today. In the old days, shepherds would tie a bell around the neck of a ram that led a flock of sheep. And no matter where that ram went, out of sight, out of mind, the flock would follow. So all that shepherd had to do was listen for that bell, and he would know the direction of the flock of sheep. So a bellwether is an indicator of something to come. In politics today, we use bellwether to describe a county, a region, a set of states, to indicate the trend of something like a national election. For example, in the 2020 election, President Trump carried 18 out of 19 bellwether counties that have aligned themselves perfectly without fail since 1980 with the winner of every presidential election. They include Vigo County, Indiana, which has been accurate since 1956, Valencia County, New Mexico, accurate since 1952, and 4 key counties in Wisconsin, 2 of which are accurate without fail since 1954. Some of these counties at state level carry even more weight, like Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. Regardless of party, Luzerne County has gone to the winner of Pennsylvania at the presidential level every year since 1936. And if a Republican happens to carry Luzerne County, Pennsylvania every single time in that time period, he's also carried Michigan too. Donald Trump carried Luzerne County handily in 2020. Finally, President Trump carried 4 key bellwether states together: Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, and Iowa. All 13 times they've been won by the same candidate. That candidate has won the White House since 1896.
So there's a little bellwether for you, a little, anecdotal evidence that really, doesn't mean anything. There's a lot more videos. There's a lot of stuff I'm cutting out as I'm going along here. Got one more video I want to show you, and it's Hillary Rodham Clinton being interviewed, and you just gotta see this. This is how sick. I'm gonna play this video, and then we're gonna end it because I gotta go to work. This is how sick these people really are.
With you. Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Are you getting information right now? Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag, Swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
No, seriously, is it working? Just kidding. Because I happen to have Hillary Clinton's purse with me right here, okay? Don't worry about how I got Hillary's purse. Let's just say I stole it. Here, and I can, oh yeah, okay, here we go. I can report, yes, Hillary does carry around hot sauce. This is true. She does carry hot sauce.
If you remember, I did a video about a month back exposing a music video for Adrenochrome Mockery. In that video, the 2 men eat the pink hot sauce and begin to hallucinate.
What's something that you always carry with you? Hot sauce.
In the same clip of Stephen Colbert, you see him within 10 seconds throw up a multitude of hand symbols, including the Baphomet horns and the 6. They do this on purpose, strategically, with intent. I had tied the music video to Fear and Loathing for its similar pink substance that, when took, induces hallucinatory effects. Now we know Hillary likes hot sauce.
What's something that you always carry with you? Hot sauce.
And for less religious Jewish voters, she carries around a BLT. All right, so the important thing to know is that there is something for everyone. Oh, and for all you voting moms out there, you should know she always carries around a baby.
It's right in front of your face. It's been right in front of your face. All you have to do is open your eyes and wake up, America. I said this to my pastor last night. He was talking about how in the Old Testament, when people found out that things were bad, that bad things happened, they would tear their clothes, put on sackcloth, and sprinkle ashes on them. That represented mourning. It represented a humble heart, a regretful heart, a time of repentance and turning back to God, a time of shock and disgust at what happened. Many times it happens in the Bible. in the Old Testament. I believe by the end of summer, before fall, as America is brought to its knees and humbled yet again, or yet some more, we will, because of what is going to be revealed and what we're going to learn and what we're going to know, we will understand the renting of our clothes and sackcloth and ashes, and we will be in that state of mind. So prepare yourself. If you don't believe me, I don't really care. Because the awakening for you will be much worse. You guys have a great day. Enjoy it. I've got to go fix some electronic problems. Hopefully I don't get struck by lightning. Talk to y'all later.